All right. You have any questions regarding anything on this judgment?
No, they want their money and I want to give it to them.
Okay, very good. And he explained that your rights under the court rule, the 3-day rescission. All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Court is satisfied. I will enter that judgment. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great
For coming
weekend.
to work today.
Thank you, Ms. Webster.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to a long housing court docket where illness, unpaid rent, and deadlines collide. Judge Simpson weighs compassion against procedure as families ask for time and landlords demand payment. Adjournments offer hope, but clocks keep ticking. Subscribe, like, and share for sharp, dramatic courtroom breakdowns you won't want to miss.
Blue Heron Point versus Roderick Casey.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rania Haddad for the plaintiff.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
Your name?
Sharon Lee.
All right, and you're Mr. Casey's mother.
Correct.
All right. And where are we on this case?
My son had a procedure yesterday. And today he had a follow-up. So that is why he's not here today.
Okay.
And the doctor advised him not to be out and not to make decisions. So today I am here on behalf of him to see if we can get an adjournment.
All right. How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. I am showing a balance due and owing of $11,168.59. That is inclusive of $10,998.59 in rent to retain and $170 in attorney fees and costs.
Okay.
And so although I do appreciate the nature of the situation, Your Honor, this is the third hearing. This is another adjournment that has been requested. There's been no answer, no attorney on behalf, no affirmative defenses, no motions, no rental payments made since September of 2025. Obviously, no contact with my client. We did attempt to make contact. I do understand that the defendant is potentially in the hospital and is suffering from some medical ailments. However, we can't keep this case open without proper procedure. So we would be seeking.
If you say I'm not following proper procedure, I think you better back that down, counsel. I mean, my understanding is he had a lung transplant. Mom came in. I adjourned it out so that they thought a certain course would happen and to even be able to try to deal with it. So I understand why we're here and why it's at this particular point. Ma'am, how is there going to be any payment on this?
I'm not sure. I can't speak on him, for him. I know he'll be able to come out in about 2 weeks. That's why I'm asking for an adjournment.
Okay, but let me ask you this. If he comes out in 2 weeks, he's not going to have the funds to get this paid, right?
I know he can pay something on it. I know that, and he can make arrangements.
Okay, let me ask you this. Given everything that he's just recently gone through, what's his long-term plan? Is it to try to remain in these premises? Is it to try to move somewhere else where certain care can come to him or anything else along those lines? Do you know? I mean,
I don't know. He may have to move.
gotcha. Okay. That's something tells me ultimately that's what's going to probably transpire.
It
Because I don't
probably
think
will.
he's going to have these funds. This balance isn't going to be getting any higher. And so I'm inclined to adjourn it out 2 weeks. He needs to make a decision. I want you to understand, ma'am, and you can explain this to him, that on the 23rd, unless he has these funds. And I realize you also don't know what funds he has. So somehow you're gonna have to get that answer. So it's gonna be what funds he has and really if he's going to move, which I think is ultimately what's gonna end up happening, okay? So I'm gonna adjourn it to the 23rd. I need an answer to that. Ideally, irrespective of the answer, I'm probably gonna grant them a judgment for him to either pay that amount or to move out,
Okay,
okay?
all right.
So that we're all clear on that.
Your Honor, if
That's
I may.
great.
Yes,
I have a question if, for the defendant's mother, if she's had an opportunity to speak to legal aid on behalf of her son, they could potentially offer some type of services considering the situation. I'm not sure if this court offers legal aid in the court.
no, we do, and I think, I don't know that legal aid would necessarily speak directly with her without getting some permission from him, which is part of the difficulty at the beginning. She came in and was just, quite frankly, she was doing what a mom does. And she's just trying to,
Ma'am, my son could not speak to anyone. He was on a
Right.
ventilator.
he was on a.
He had a double lung transplant.
Right, so what it is if there's. In the interim, and let's put it this way. Coming out of the hospital should be, there should be social workers and others that will be talking to your son about sort of his care afterwards, which will give him a clearer picture.
Yes,
Right.
he has nurses, he has social workers
Workers
now.
that are doing that and probably will frankly be more advantageous as to where he has to go than would legal services at this point. Okay,
Okay,
so he needs to talk to them about like housing and those kinds of things and his care, okay? So I'm
Okay.
giving this 2 weeks. And I know it's a lot within those 2 weeks, but it sounds like he's at least in a, oh, yes, Amy.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm happy to be here if you have minutes right now.
Okay. So we have somebody from my court liaison officer that can get in touch with what services might be available for Mr. Casey.
that's great.
Okay, so 23rd at 1 p.m.
One, okay,
Okay, and so just so that you understand, in some form or another, it's likely next week that in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to grant a judgment or something. All right.
I understand. And I appreciate you so much for being patient in the apartment. Well, thank you for your patience. It's been a rough go.
I know, ma'am. All
Thank
right,
you.
take care.
All right.
Is that it for you, counsel?
I believe.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, have a good weekend. This is your motion to set aside the default. And okay, so you're saying you didn't get notice of this?
Right, and naturally, when it first began, they all came late. But
What all came late?
all the notices that I got, I didn't even realize I had to go to court.
Okay, all right, so let me ask you this. The judgment amount in December was taken for 1687.22, I think it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
Are you saying you don't owe that money or?
not the full amount.
Oh,
I am on RIP management. My portion amount needed to be paid off that, and the water bill was connected to that. That's why I was like, I don't know what this is. What's going on?
okay,
Your
I
Honor,
got you.
I believe she has
Yeah.
counsel, Ms. Henry, that's shaking her head right there.
Pardon?
I believe she has counsel, Ms. Henry,
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
and
Counsel.
there is a
I'm sorry.
commitment letter in this regard as well.
Is
Yeah.
there did you file an appearance? No, but that's okay. Go ahead, Miss Henry. What were you gonna tell me?
We've spoken to Ms. Blackman several times, in regards to the balance and explain that the housing payment is completely separate from the utility bill or the utility charges.
Okay.
But I have a letter.
Oh, hold on. All right. And so the 16, when we took this judgment, I just want to make sure the 1687, that was her portion
Mm-hmm.
of what needed to be paid?
Yes.
Your Honor, I
Okay.
do want to make it a little bit easy on the court. There is a funding letter that has been provided to my client from the
Mhm.
Housing Bureau for Seniors that will cover her balance in full. And so,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, so I don't mean to interrupt, but I did want to
no, please.
thank you.
That one I'll take.
Okay.
All right, so
I just asked, so,
I need you to state your name for the record.
yes,
please.
Madeline, Housing Bureau for Seniors. And yes,
Okay.
the commitment letter is for the, up to January, so she'd be up to January. I did not include the $75 late fee that has now incurred. I'm wondering if they would be able to waive that, please.
The 75, when did the late fee go into place?
After the 5th, it goes into place,
After the 5th, when did the commitment letter get?
just this morning.
Just this morning? What do you guys want to do about the late fee?
Your
We're
Honor.
not waiving-
Otherwise I'm gonna make the call.
We're not waiving the late fee.
And Your
Really?
Honor, we
So
would,
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set aside the judgment, send you through a trial. I'll reissue the judgment. It might be $75 short.
Okay.
I mean, she's a senior. Let's just get it paid, folks. Tell you what. Find $37.50. Somewhere.
For me.
Find
Yeah, we got some
$37.50.
here.
I'm just gonna split that late fee.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit up here and go round and round about it. So
I believe-
count will be deducted $37.50. You pay the $37.50. They're gonna pay the money. She'll be zeroed out basically, and she can keep moving on from there.
Thank you.
All right?
Because you do have my payment here, don't you? Escrow.
So when is that going to come in, the commitment?
The
Does it say
commitment is in and the check will be early next week.
Early
I
next
could have had it
week?
today, I'm just too busy.
All right, so that we don't lose track of this, I'm just gonna put this on the 23rd. And hopefully you got the check by then,
Yep.
and we can just get rid of this 2026 at 1 p.m.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
All the notices from there are late. I didn't,
Well, that may not be there. Are you talking the court notices?
no, yeah, there's two that's attached to what they give us.
Are they sending them by mail?
I'm not for sure. I know.
Okay, I will say this. I don't think your landlord nor the court is in charge of the United States Postal Service.
Okay,
All right, and
Okay.
so I realize there are delays in,
okay,
okay?
Okay.
All right,
all right,
Thank you.
thank you. I ain't gotta come back to it.
you don't want to come back and see me?
No, no.
That's my.
You know,
All right,
2004, Judge Simpson.
you may have to come back on the 23rd, but hopefully everything will get paid by then.
Okay, nice to see you.
Good seeing
You
you.
remember who I am?
Pardon?
You remember who I am?
I do. I remember a
Thank
lot
you.
of people.
It's been 21 years.
21.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Peninsular Place Apartments versus Amadou Diane.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Your name?
Amadou Diane.
All right. This is your motion to set aside default. And I don't have anything on here as to. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right, what's the current balance in here?
I have a current balance beginning January of $4,355.84 plus, and then to further parse it out, the amount remaining on the judgment is $3,453.06. And Your Honor, I don't know that, I don't think the motion was filed timely. And I
Yeah.
don't see the good cause or meritorious defense.
At this moment, the judge pivots to problem solving, not punishment. Escrow is released, targets are set, and assistance agencies enter the picture. He makes it clear help comes only after balances drop, miss the deadline, and the motion fails. Would you risk everything on future paychecks right now, today?
All right. What do you want to tell me, Mr. Smith?
Well, that amount, I think I might be off. I mean, I'm a little confused with that, but like I can look that up a little bit. I thought it was a lot less than that because last time I was in a court, I think he was ordered, it was 1,200, which I dropped like 700, and my rent is not up to even 700.
Right, but when you paid the 700,
Yes,
we were in November,
yes,
and then it clicked over into December, and that's where the judgment, it went up because we didn't have a payment toward December rent.
I dropped it at the escrow, escrow. I don't know.
Okay, so
And
I've got 900.
Okay, 900 in escrow.
And I also been working with agency that was trying to make a payment with the card because they was worried that if they send the checks out, how all these documents they needed and stuff or whatever they had me call them out, try to ask them. They said they would not.
What agency is this?
University of Michigan, because I was doing my intern over there, which wasn't paid for. I didn't realize once I got done with the class, I got to do the internship. And I had to do the internship, which wasn't paid for. I currently got a job and I'm still in orientation. And by next week, I should have some money, but how the hours going, it's kind of like a little slick, like slide between there. And they was trying to.
Right, no, I hear you, but so have you talked to Hawk or SOS?
I actually didn't know about them because I never went to this, but that's one of the, they was trying to pay 500 and they send me the email, which was happened today. And they're trying to have me to work with the Hawk. They send me some information to the email. And I talked to her before I came in the court, actually. So she want to know what's the outcome and everything. And they send those information because the only form of payment they could do that would be quick enough was the payment on the card, and which is they're not willing to accept.
Okay, but the payment on the card, that's from the university,
Yes.
right? I'm talking
About the Hawk.
about Hawk. Have you talked to them?
No.
Okay. Because when I get, so if I say 44 and I take out 900, you're about $400 to $500 from their cap. When could you come up with another 500?
When can I come? I can come up with that in 2 weeks.
You can't do anything sooner. Here's the reason I'm asking. What I want you to do is I want you to get in touch with SOS or Hawk,
Okay.
but they're not gonna do anything till we get this balance under 3,000.
Okay.
I'm gonna release the escrow to 900 to the plaintiff
Okay.
that you got, okay? And that's gonna put me in about the 44, 5, about the $3,500 range, once the 900's applied.
Okay.
And I need another 500 to get you to that 3,000.
Okay. Now, I can come up with it possibly before then. I'm pretty sure I could, but right now it's just like I'm saying 2 weeks in case, at the worst. So that's why at the worst.
When can you come up, young man? When can you come up with it? I'm trying to help you save your housing. So when can you come up with it?
I can come up with it in 2 weeks that I'm sure of. 2 weeks for sure.
And that's because you don't get a check?
Yes. That's because I started this internship possibly Wednesday. That would be a little bit under 2 weeks. They got different banking now. They said it will be.
Okay, you gotta get it in. I'm going to over plaintiff's objection, adjourn you to the 23rd. That's 2 weeks out.
Okay.
You gotta get that 500 in before the 23rd.
And I will.
And then call, and then once you have that in, I want you to contact SOS or Hawk.
Okay.
You got that number?
I believe it sent it to me in the email. She said she was something about like Hawk.
961-1999?
I would take it to be sure.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 3 p.m. And so that you know, if you didn't make that payment, there's not a whole lot more I can do. I'm just gonna deny your motion and
I will
you're just
take that.
out of luck here.
I will.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So based on our based on the meeting on Wednesday, we received some information that if Mr. Dayan calls now and lets them know that you're in the court process and the court is trying to work with you, and you have that $500 paid within the next 2 weeks, it's likely that they will schedule you an appointment.
Okay.
So if you call right away.
So that's what happened on the meeting Wednesday that I missed? Okay.
Yeah, the one you missed. So, yeah, so they are willing to set an appointment if
If there's a plan for how that's happening.
as long as there's a concrete plan for the balance getting under 3,000.
Okay.
So,
Got that?
Yeah, I got
So you need to call, let them know that you're at about 4,400.
Okay.
That the court's releasing 900 to the plaintiff, that's gonna bring it down 900, and that the court is gonna let you try to pay that 500 or whatever difference
Okay.
within the next week, and can I please have an appointment? You hear me?
Okay. I hear you.
All right.
And I want to ask can I ask her a question real quick?
Pardon?
It's about a check that I sent out and stuff. I don't think they mentioned anything about it. That might be the thing, but I'm not sure about the balance, but she probably know better than me. I sent out 1,000, I believe 1,700. I'm not sure how much was it. The office there, did they receive any my recent check that was sent out there? Because I know they usually doesn't update that.
the last payment I see on your ledger was end of September. So if
Something
it-
sooner than that. And then I know usually when they send out, they're like, last time how the other one was missing, they drop it off at I usually would prefer to put it on that escrow. That's why I put that because it's never showed up.
Yeah.
Can they have their look at that, please? And I will try and look for the receipt.
Yeah, if you can figure out where the check went and just make sure that you track it, I can make a note.
I'll send
that
it to
you
the
sent it.
All right, so I can get my next block, so the court's gonna stand in recess. This is a termination case, and where are we on this case?
Your Honor, this is a termination case. The basis is, it looks like an assault and habitual late payments. So they're looking for her to move.
Ma'am, what do you want to say on this?
Can you repeat?
Pardon?
I have bipolar disorder, and they had me on medication that made me aggressive. But now I'm on different medication, and I get a shot now too. So I'm sorry that happened, but that's why it happened.
So the aggressive behavior is because of
The medication I was on.
medication?
That was on at the time, yeah.
Do you have documentation that would indicate that or something along the lines that your medication has just recently changed?
It just changed, yeah.
Pardon?
It just changed.
Okay, do you have documentation that's gonna indicate that?
I could get it.
You can get it?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the chronic late payments? Why is that happening?
I know that I always paid the late fee. I always paid the late fee. So I didn't know that you couldn't pay late. So I always paid the late fee.
Okay, you're saying, okay. That probably doesn't worry me as much as the other issue, but
Yeah,
was there a
was
police report? Was there a police report filed?
Yes.
There was a police report. I don't know if it was filed, Your Honor, but I can have Paul file it.
Okay. I think I'd like to see that. I'd like to
Okay.
see that. as well as, ma'am, how long will it take you to get some medical documentation or a letter from your doctor indicating that that there's been a change in your medication?
I can get a letter that says that.
Pardon?
I can get a letter from CMH, yeah.
Okay, you can get a letter from CMH?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and then the next question, for me anyway, is, well, not a lot in life is guaranteed. What's gonna, in your mind, stop this from potentially happening again?
I'm off that medication now.
Okay.
So I'm on a shot now.
Pardon?
I take a shot now.
Okay, so you're on a shot as opposed to, look, daily medication?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. In the interim, while this is pending, have there been any issues occurring, council, or?
Not that I've been made aware of.
Okay,
I do believe that we're late for rent again. Let me double check that.
have you paid your January rent?
They don't take my money.
Well,
Aha.
she's in termination, but
Right. So you haven't paid your December or January?
They won't take my money.
No, I hear you, but
No, I haven't.
those 2 rent months have not been paid.
No.
Okay, do you still have that money?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna want you to do. I want you to bring your December and January rent. I want you to pay that into court escrow. Okay, so we're gonna need to have cash for you to pay it here at the court.
Okay.
All right? You're gonna get some type of documentation from CMH,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Regarding what's going on with you, and then plaintiff's gonna get a police report filed
Mhm.
with the court so that we know specifically what it is, okay? I'm gonna adjourn this out 2 weeks to the 23rd, 2026 at 12 p.m. Okay, so you got to get that in.
Get the letter in.
Pardon?
Get the letter in here.
Get the letter in here. Well, if it comes in, we'll try to make sure it gets to plaintiff's counsel that way. When you bring that letter in, because it involves your treatment,
Yes, sir.
put it in an envelope. Okay? And make sure it gets to your file and tell them that to let Judge Simpson's office know that it's here. Okay?
Tell
I
them.
just don't want it out there everywhere. I want you to put it in an envelope so they can put it in the file so I can look at it at that point. Okay?
Okay. You want me to bring it to the court here?
Pardon?
You want me to bring it here?
Yeah, just bring it to the court, but
Bring
you
it
got
to
to
the
bring
court.
it before the 23rd
Bring it to the court
to the clerk's office up front.
out there and tell them it's for you.
Yes, just tell them it's for me. And if you can put it in an envelope before you bring it here, that'd be great too.
I'll put an envelope.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Then
No.
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Hey, yeah, how do I do the money?
Okay, you got to get cash for your December and January rent. Okay?
What's cash?
And bring it to the court and give it to them and tell them you just want to pay escrow.
Pay escrow.
Yep. And they'll know.
And just tell them, that's all I gotta say is just put in escrow.
Pardon?
That's all I have to say. Just put it in
Just,
escrow.
yeah, that you got to put it in escrow.
It's gotta be in cash.
Yes, it's got to be cash.
All right. Do
Okay?
that before the 23rd.
Yes, you got to do that before the 23rd.
Okay, just bring it up here.
Bring it up here.
Okay, and a letter.
Okay, so that we try to get this all right, bring the letter up as well as the cash. Tell them you need to get this letter to me, okay? And that you need to put this money into escrow. Just do that all at one time,
Okay, I'll do that. All
okay?
All right.
That way you don't have to come up twice.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You said the 23rd at noon.
Yep, it's me. Yes, it is.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Walkabout Creek versus Anastasia West.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Fancher on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Anastasia West.
And where are we on this?
I think we have an agreement. The amount of rent that's owed, according to my client, is $5,112. Court cost of $175 for a total of $5,287. When we were here a couple weeks ago, Ms. West said she would pay $1,100. I called my client yesterday and got a ledger. There's no payment on it. And I asked them, now the manager's out till Monday, so I'm dealing with the assistant manager. She says she gave him $1,100 on the 26th. I have no reason to disbelieve her. So what I did was we entered a consent judgment that she said she can pay her entire balance by February 6th.
Okay.
And I put under further orders that defendant says she paid $1,100 on 12/26. It will be applied when deposited. I thought that made more sense than coming back next week after I verified the payment, because I was going to give her to the 6th anyway.
All right.
So I think we've got that as an agreement.
All right. And ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yep,
Okay. Do you
I
have any-
worked it for it. I did
Pardon?
it on the 26th. I did it 4 days before you gave me.
You're right. Because
And
I
I
told
have-
you to pay it on the 30th.
I sure did. Yes.
Okay.
Now the courtroom hits confusion. A tenant swears an $1,100 payment was made, while the ledger shows nothing. Instead of exploding the deal, the judge locks in a consent judgment and buys time to verify records. Is this trust in people or trust in paperwork catching up later?
All right. You have any questions regarding anything on this judgment?
Nope, they want their money and I want to give it to them.
Okay, very good. And he explained that your rights under the court rule, the 3-day rescission. All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Court is satisfied. I will enter that judgment. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great
For coming
weekend.
to work today.
Thank you, Ms. West.
Yes, ma'am. Bushwood Properties versus John Zizer.
And David Fancher on behalf of the plaintiff. Mr. Zazer is not here, but we adjourned his case. He was going to get help from SOS.
Yes.
And in fact, they have approved him for his balance is exactly $3,000. He paid it. He made a small payment for January so that it would equal $3,000. I got an email from SOS yesterday that he's been approved.
Okay.
He's not here. I prepared a consent order. Could we enter this as a default and have this be a 7A case or 7A, a 4A case? I put $3,000. They're going to pay by the end of the month. I don't want to take a default.
Right.
I mean, I guess the only other possibility is to adjourn it till the 26th and have the pay by then and then.
Well, it'd be the 23rd.
Right.
Would they
I'm
get
sorry.
the check out by then?
They said they put the request into Barrier Busters last night, and Barrier Busters came back and said and confirmed. They're usually pretty good about paying, so I don't have a problem if you just.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it to the 23rd. If it's not complete at that point, then I'll consider doing that by default. 23rd, 2026 at 12 p.m. And hopefully we can have it all done, wrapped up. YPF 16 LLC versus Virgil Dunlap. Virgil Dunlap? Not here.
May I be sworn?
Yes. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Your Honor, I'm David Fancher. I'm the attorney for YPF 16 LLC, and as such, I'm familiar with the books and records they relate to this tenancy. I don't know if you remember this case, but this was a case where he claimed he had an email or a text from my client saying that he was paid in full. And there was some concern about whether we had accepted payment. I had offered him till mid-February under the grounds of even if we had done that, we could re-30-day him. And you offered that to him. And said, and he was adamant that he had something. And you said, okay, but if we come back on the 9th and you don't have it, I'm going to give you 10 days.
Right.
So unfortunately, I'm asking for 10 days.
All right.
Um,
I will grant judgment to the plaintiff for possession. This is a termination action. There's no redemption. Writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you. And I'm covering for Mr. Katz at 3 o'clock, so I'll just wait.
Okay.
Unless it's,
You put them up?
Yeah.
This one? Oh, this is, okay. Harbor House versus Antonia Robles.
I'm David Fantera, standing in for attorney Sidney Katz. The amount of rent that's owed is $6,576. Court cost of $177 for a total of $67.53. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a written 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. This 26 is gonna stick. Guess I shouldn't ask you. Anyway, Beal Properties versus Jacqueline Poole.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Happy New Year. Daniel Landman, P35797, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Ma'am, your name?
Jacqueline Ford.
All right. And where are we on this?
Your Honor, this was adjourned over from December 26th.
Yes.
Ms. Poole was present at that time. This is a commercial property. She indicated she would be able to pay $1,000 to $2,000 before today. My client does not show it on its ledger, so I don't know if any money was paid at all.
I did. I can
You
show
did?
it. Yes. I can
How
show
much
it.
did you pay?
I paid $1,400.
14?
Mhm.
Okay.
When was that paid, ma'am?
I think it was paid yesterday.
That's why it wouldn't show up
That's
on
why
the
you
ledger.
don't show it. Okay, so you paid $1,400, you think, on the A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Your Honor, if we would deduct $1,400 then from the current balance, the balance without cost would be $32,3632. With costs, it would be $34,1132.
Okay. And how are you intending on getting that paid, man?
Well, I work at this commercial property, so I get paid really every day. I had 3 stylists to leave, so I'm just walking down the balance. So in a couple of weeks, I have another 15. Another couple of weeks, I have another 1500. But yeah.
And the balance isn't exactly being walked down because the rent is $1,758 a month.
$1,758.
Yeah, so the $1,400 didn't even cover January.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's added cost because I'm trying to actually put one of the units back on the market, so that's why.
So, but
more money, so it's not.
how much are you going to be able to pay them each week if you're
Each
saying
week,
you're walking this
1,500.
balance down, huh?
Yep, another 1,500 in another couple of weeks, and then another couple of weeks because I want it completely done and down to 0 because I'm having.
So in 2,
person
okay,
leave.
but in 2 weeks,
Mhm.
you'll have another 1,500.
Yep.
Not 14, but 15.
Yep, 15, not 14.
And the rent's 17.
$1,758.
So at 18, you're basically coming down about whatever, 1,200. All right. Before I enter a judgment in this thing, I'm gonna adjourn it out a week or 2 weeks. Let you make that next payment. If you can make that payment the day before so that they know, or bring some receipt saying you made that payment
Mhm.
so we can see where you are.
Well, I make the payment online in the app, so. should I
Okay,
screenshot it?
so screenshot it. Okay.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay, so try to get that in there before as quick as possible, okay?
I will. All
All
right,
right,
thank you.
take care. Beal Properties versus Stacy Hines.
Your Honor, this was also adjourned over from the 26th. Mr. Hines was present, said he'd be able to pay $700 to $1,000 prior to today. Again, I am not showing that on the ledger, but if he made a payment yesterday, it wouldn't be appearing.
I made a payment this morning of $852.93. $6.59 of that was a processing fee. So the actual payment was $846.34.
$846.30.
And that gave me a remaining balance due of $1,333.98.
Okay.
Plus cost of $175.
Right.
That's included. That's the
So, sir,
Yes.
how are you gonna get the rest of this paid, or what's your intent?
Same way I paid today, I'm gonna keep working and pay it off, so I'll be able to pay at this rate consistently.
Right, but you gotta work something out with the landlord that they're gonna do that,
Yes.
because you get paid every 2 weeks.
Weekly.
Okay, so you're gonna try to pay 800 every week?
This is what I've made since the last hearing on the 26th.
Okay, so that's about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would be paying 400 a week or thereabouts?
Yeah, 4 to 5.
4 to 5 a week.
Yes.
Okay. So if I put this over to the 23rd, you should be able to pay another 800
Correct.
to 1,000,
Yes.
right? And how much did you say was owing?
Your Honor, coming into today, not recognizing this payment,
Yeah.
was $2,130.32 plus costs. So with the payment of 846 and change, he's around 1,300
That is, okay.
plus cost.
So,
If you can pay the 500 a week, the balance will be pretty small.
it'd be pretty small, and then we can try to figure out how to. So, sir, I'm gonna put this out to the 23rd, 2026. Okay,
Okay.
get those payments in and try to. You pay it through the portal? Do they take it through the portal?
Yeah.
For you? Okay. Make sure you have screenshots that you made those payments. Okay?
Yeah.
And then what the balance is. And then we'll see where we are and where we can head with it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Jessica Holloway. And Billy Hubbard.
Hello.
Hello.
Your Honor, Mr. Hubbard was present on the 26th of December.
Yes.
He claimed he was going to be having an appointment with Hawk on this past Tuesday.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, I did. My wife spoke to him. I was told that they could help, but they wanted to see what happened with my SER first.
Okay, and you don't have an answer from that?
Yeah, I had to return from Hawk.
No, from
The SER, I had to, I called in yesterday to make sure everything was on schedule for today. And they told me that something was filled out wrong, so I had to sent it in last night. It's already been sent in to last night, so they should be getting back with me today.
Okay, what do you
I
have?
do have the tracking number for it too.
You do?
Yeah, it's in my.
Okay, okay. What do you have as this balance?
Your Honor, rent to retain is $1,677.62. Costs are $236 for a grand total of $1,913.62. The tenants have had one adjournment if the SER has been applied for and the DC 539 has been filed.
Yes.
They would be entitled to another adjournment.
Adjournment, correct. And you just haven't, did Hawk say they were trying to wait on the SER?
Yeah. Yes.
And you had to resubmit on the SER?
Yeah.
You know what, I'm gonna put this one out to the 23rd also. His balance is at least within the range that they would pay irrespective of what the SER does. So 23rd, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. And it hopefully will have a clearer answer.
I'll also have cash by then as well. My check comes Friday, so I'll be able to put cash towards it as well.
Okay, do me this favor. Well, you have that cash. Hold it, don't spend it.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, that's what it's for. Yeah, no.
But hold it, don't spend it. Let's see what they'll pay and see if we can get you ahead.
Okay,
You follow me?
right. Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, appreciate you. Have a nice day.
Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Jeremy Tolbert.
Your Honor, Mr. Tolbert was present on the 26th. He indicated he was temporarily off work.
You're right.
He was hoping to be able to pay by the third week of January. He was encouraged to apply for rental assistance. I don't know if in fact he did so, though.
Did you do that, sir?
I have yet to do so. The owner of the house, I was waiting for her to pay for the rent. She has it.
She what?
The owner of the house has the rent money. She hasn't paid for it yet.
She hasn't paid for it. What do you mean?
The owner of the house has not paid for the rent yet. It doesn't belong to me. And so therefore I did not ask for rental assistance.
Okay, you lost me there. So, because this is a trail. Or something,
Yes.
right? So the owner hasn't done what?
Well, the owner of the house,
Here, patience runs out. Claims that someone else holds the rent collapse under basic law. If you live there, you pay. With no valid defense and mounting arrears, the judge grants possession but briefly extends time. It's a harsh lesson that confusion doesn't erase responsibility in housing court proceedings today.
the owner of the house has the money to pay for it, and she has not paid for it yet.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you give the owner money?
I didn't give her money, no.
But she's the one that should be paying this? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, my client's lease is with Mr. Tolbert and
Right.
payments, we're showing, I've got a ledger with payments going back as far as at least May, if not further. So I guess, I think I don't get where he would be relieved of the obligation to pay. There might be somebody else who has offered to make payments on his behalf, but I'm not familiar with any agreement.
Who paid your rent before now?
Well, it belonged to Carol and I, but she passed away. But when she passed away, I had reason to believe that she gave it to her family, and her family was supposed to pay for it. I offered to pay for it, but she did not give her approval for me to pay. So therefore, I did not. I have yet to make payments for it, but I received a check on the 16th of this month, and I have every intentions of paying for it.
Okay, so the check, let me ask you this. Will the check that you receive on that date, will that cover everything?
Well, I'll receive a check for approximately $400 and some, and I can put towards the debit that we owe.
Okay.
Or
what's the current balance?
1467.25, Your Honor, plus costs of 183 for a total of 1650.25. And just so the record is clear, sir, you are living there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to get this paid because there's no tribal issue in this. I'm going to grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff. No tribal issue after hearing for the 1650.25 total. And sir, whoever it is that you think is supposed to be paying it, and then between that person and yourself, you guys are gonna have to pay this. I will extend his writ date from the 20th to the 23rd. So you're gonna have 2 weeks to get that done. Okay?
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Officer. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You do the same, sir.
Thank you.
And where are we on this case?
Yes, this is a subsequent hearing on a non-payment of rent. We do show that currently there is $5,413 in past due rent, as well as court costs of $239.40 for a total due owing of $5,652.40.
And how are we gonna get this paid?
Okay, so I'm looking for just a little bit of extension of time. I was able to pay January's rent in full. I was just furloughed from my job December 1st. I am currently working as a substitute teacher for Ann Arbor Public Schools, and we just got back from the 2-week Christmas break, so I wasn't being paid at that time. But I'm just asking for more time to resolve it into moving forward because I still want to stay current with February's rent as well.
Okay, have you called the attorney's office to try to work that through?
No, sir, I have not.
What?
I wasn't familiar if I could do it. I didn't know if I was allowed to talk with them and it was still in court proceedings.
No, I got you. I got you.
Mm.
So you paid, you said January rent? How
Yes.
much did you pay?
1,600.
Do you have that payment?
I do show that payment, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, that's why effectively the number didn't go up from December to January.
Correct, Your Honor.
Right, okay, got it. When's the next time you're able to make a payment?
With me being.
I know we don't pay our teachers a darn thing, so I get it, but
It has been difficult. So I just was furloughed from Spirit Airlines. I'm gonna get my vacation check on the 15th from the year for 2025 because I accumulated that vacation time. So I'm hoping to put an additional 600 with addition to February's rent and work down that balance moving forward if that was any way possible.
right,
But
so-
completely done by the end of February.
so everything would be, okay. All right, so here's what you're gonna need to do. I'm not gonna do that at this point. I'm gonna adjourn this out a couple weeks. I need you to call the plaintiff's attorney's office.
Okay.
Explain what your plan is, let them run it by their client to see if that can all work out.
So don't go directly to the leasing office, reach out to.
Well, you can reach out to the leasing office, but you're probably gonna have to run it through counsel,
Okay,
all right?
Okay.
At some point, but that kind of process, okay?
Hmm.
And explain to them what you want to do. What you want to do sounds reasonable to me.
Okay.
Certainly. Maybe it's just because I like teachers. But I don't know.
we appreciate it.
What school?
So I work for a staffing agency called EduStaff. So mostly I go to Carpenter Elementary a lot.
Right across the street here.
I love Carpenter. Mr.
Yes,
Johnson's great. The
good
students
school.
are great. Oh yeah, I love it there. And I do some Ypsilanti public schools as well because it's through a teaching agency. They just don't pay me as much, but I'm trying my best here.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna say anything about Ipsy Public School.
I love Ypsi as a city. As you can see, it's where I live. I love it so much. I just
Yeah.
moved out this way in 2024. That's why I'm really not familiar with what I should be doing at this
It
point.
is. All right, so, and what grades do you teach?
Well, I go K through 12, but my sweet spot is 4th and 5th grade. That's when they really realize who they are as a person, and we can
Yeah,
really
but then
bounce
that's
ideas.
where you just gotta smack them down.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So it'll be the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
23rd at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. But make those, touch base with your leasing office, touch base with counsel's office
Got it.
with what your plan is to get yourself caught back up by February.
I appreciate that so much.
All
Thank
right,
you, honey.
Take care.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, what time on the 23rd did you say?
That was 1 p.m.
Thank you so much.
Huron Vista versus Sade Payne.
Attorney Samantha Sprague, 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Sade Payne.
Okay. And how much is owing now?
Yes, I do show that there is currently a past due balance of $4,883 with court costs of $239.40 for a total due and owing of $5,122.40.
All right, so you made those payments and basically kept yourself level from December. It
Yes.
looks like. All right, how are you gonna get this paid off?
So I do have an appointment with Hawk on the 12th of this month, and then I'm also supposed to be meeting with Peace Neighborhood as well.
Okay, so you're meeting with Hawk and Peace.
Mhm.
When is the meeting with Peace?
They wanted to see what if I reached out to DHS. I did reach out to DHS, so I need to contact Peace Neighborhood Monday and let them know what's going on with that.
Okay, so here's the way I'm looking at this. When I look at this, there's 5122 that's owed.
Mhm.
For a SOS and Hawk to help you out, you're gonna have to come up with 212240.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out where would that happen for you?
Well, I am currently working. So just as I made the payments before, I'm working on it and I'm supposed to be starting a new job. So that's what I'm waiting for.
So you're trying to pay that down. So I guess the only way this would possibly work is if Peace Neighborhood Center covers the gap, whatever it is between what you owe and the 3. And then SOS covers you.
Well, Peace is, I thought that was SOS. So I'm.
No.
Okay.
So hold on a second. Are you meeting with Hawk or?
Yeah, so Hawk, I have an appointment with them on the 12th.
Right, okay. That's Hawk and SOS. That's basically gonna be the same thing.
Okay.
Peace is a different
Separate.
organization.
Right, so that's why with Hawk, they said they'll cover up to the 3,000.
Right.
And so that's why with Peace Neighborhood, I spoke with them about the difference.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So and that's kind of, we were saying the same thing. You're looking for Peace to cover that in between, plus you have payments and other things.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this so we can see if we can work this out. And this would probably be over the objection of plaintiff, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do. How much can you pay between, say, now and the 23rd?
I'm not sure yet because honestly, I have, I'm starting orientation for a new job on the 23rd. And I was off work for a week and a half because I fell and hurt myself.
On your current job?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, something's gonna need to be paid to the landlord if I'm gonna try to give this additional time for you to work that out between Peace and SOS.
Okay.
So how much do you think you can get paid to the landlord?
Between now and,
Say the 22nd.
I know I could do at least 400.
At least 400. Basically, that's one check because you don't know what the other one's gonna be.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take that because that's gonna put you around that 48 figure. Which, knowing what Peace has done in the past, might actually work.
Okay.
They might be able to cover that and then get the other one. All right. So over the objection plan, I'm gonna adjourn it to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Is it possible for 3? Because I have, oh no.
I do it by counsel, so.
Okay.
Counsel here, she only wants to see me once a day and that's too much, so, all right. So, I want you to pay that 400 by the 22nd,
Okay.
okay? You've talked with Hawk already?
Mhm.
Okay,
That's who I have an appointment with. And this was the same as last time as well, because the
Right.
last time I spoke with you, they didn't have any appointments until the 12th. So
until the 12th, okay, all right. So you got Hawk on the 12th. Or did, and then you got Peace Neighborhood Center and you're calling them on Monday?
yeah,
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you.
thank you.
If I may,
Yes, I'm sorry, Council.
If she does get those commitment letters, there's a good chance it won't be paid in full by the 23rd, but if she's able to get the commitment letters and provide those to the property, we may be able to submit a dismissal or conditional dismissal in that regard.
Yeah.
So we were just
Okay.
to speak to property management, if at all possible. You didn't even give me a chance to object, Your Honor.
I know, I gave it for you because I know I was.
You did. But we
All right.
to speak to the property manager for that.
You got that? You understand that? So if you get a commitment, if there are letters of commitment, get that to them. I think the one that's going to be real important to try to get is the one from Peace Neighborhood Center. Because if they make that commitment, Hawk will follow through with the three. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. J. Grant Miller, P58658, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hugo J. Mack, a rather peculiar circumstance here. I had filed a limited appearance, as the court is well aware.
I recall, and you're back.
Calls back, I'm sorry.
I said, no, I recall you just said that you had filed a limited appearance. You appeared on a limited basis, and now you're back.
Yes.
Like a bad penny.
Yes, but only in interest. I'll take that too, Judge.
All right.
Only in interest of justice. She has.
You know, the last time you said that,
she has
a whole big old mess broke out.
She has no money, Judge, and she can't represent.
She needed somebody to represent.
Yes, and this is strictly pro bono, and I just here trying to help, Judge. So
I understand that.
I think we've got a resolution for you, though, Judge, today.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, Judge. Okay.
No, I'm just going to say this. So when somebody told me Mr. Mack is on the case, but I said that was only a limited appearance. Then they tell me Mr. Miller's going to show up. And I said, oh, okay. I don't know what's going to happen with that. And then all of a sudden they say knew Mack and Miller were here. It's like, oh boy, this is going to take a minute. And then I did that. And then the saving grace came while I was in the back. Because all of a sudden my bailiff told me that there were 3 attorneys. Well, I didn't know who the other attorney was. And I'm going, what? So, Mr. Jane, and I said, okay, things have settled down. We'll get to something.
That's exactly right.
Thank you for being here.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
So somebody was going to bring some sense to the room. All right, go ahead.
So, Your Honor, if I may, there are a lot of layers to this because of interests and security interests. I would like to submit a judgment. Unfortunately, the clerk said left. I'd like to submit a judgment whereby she's either going to tender by January 31st, the $24,000 plus the additional $175 in court costs, or vacate the premises. We understand she's probably not going to do that, but the biggest concern is them getting their property back by February 1st to try and salvage it or list it for sale. So it will be the $24,000 in unpaid rent. That includes January, plus the $55 filing fee and the statutory court costs, Your Honor.
All right. That's correct.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Okay. You got to verbalize for me. That's your understanding of the agreement?
Speak up, speak up.
You do? Okay. So my understanding is she'll have a redemption amount, but if she doesn't redeem, she's going to vacate by the 1st.
Yes, Your Honor.
Or by the 31st, actually.
And that I believe will also.
Well, you're either going to have a January 30th or February 2nd date.
January 30th, Your Honor.
Is that
sure?
Okay. And what was the total amount?
$24,000, Your Honor. The $55 filing fee and the statutory attorney fee. I believe that's $24,175, but I'm a lawyer and I've failed at math.
So you don't want your service fee?
It was served by a family member, Your Honor. They didn't use the sheriff, so we're not entitled to it.
Oh, no, they charge a service fee.
Oh, did they?
Somebody
The initial one was a family share.
My apologies, my misunderstanding. We would like the service fee included.
For me, 55. 33.35. So it's 33.35. Yeah, and then 75.
198.
198?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 24,000 plus 198.35, is it? 198.35 cost. That's gonna be $24,198.35. The full amount of judgment that would need to be paid by the 30th or writ could issue.
And so if it's not paid and she can't pay, so
Yeah.
they can come in within 10 days and then order her evicted out then.
No, if she doesn't pay it by the 30th, they file an order of eviction and the $15, and then she's operating on borrowed time from that point.
Okay, I get it.
The January 30th date is the date that she has up until that date to try to pay it. If she doesn't pay it, then she's operating on borrowed time after.
Okay, I understand.
All right. Okay, then do you have the judgment or no?
The clerks had all left. I was going to pull it up on this SCAO form, type it up and email it to the clerk, Your Honor.
Okay, well, get it into us. I'll sign off on it. I'll just note the file with the judgment to follow.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, folks. Thank you all for working it out. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
Have a good weekend.
Hey, Mr. Kasham, why did you come up and not your mom?
My mom, she works at a senior home, so it's real hard for her to get off. She takes that so she takes it very, very seriously.
All right.
We can't bother her with our little what she calls our little problems.
All right. You take care.
Thank you, you too.
Mr. Jane, really a pleasure, sir.
See you again, Your Honor.
As this marathon docket closes, the message is clear. Chances exist, but numbers rule. Judges offer structure, deadlines, and guidance, not endless delays. Those who act survive. Those who stall lose housing. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real courtroom stories, sharp legal insight, and unforgettable moments from courtrooms nationwide.